everybody, today I'm going to talk about how I was in public school as a kid. Daphne here, Christina submarine the bell. So schools are starting to get back in session again, or at least where I am, and I kind of want to talk about some stories and like how I really was as a kid in school, because I have done maybe one or two videos about it, but I kind of wanted to do a full video about it and I kind of wanted to talk about it. So yeah, let's get started. So the first thing is I hated school. And honestly, maybe now that I look back at it, I hated it a little more than other people did because of my disability and how hard it was for them to accommodate me. I hated and despised school. It's really mainly a few things. One, waking up at 6 a.m. in the morning, which I still don't like that. I feel like there has to be some way that school can start at least a little later. And now it's even gotten worse. Or my brother, when he was a senior, he moved away to college this past week, but he woke up at 5:45 every morning for the bus. It's just freaking insane. But yeah, so I hated waking up in the morning. I'm not a morning person. I am a little bit of a night owl. That's why I make these videos at night. But that's one thing. And most of what I learned in almost any grade of school was complete BS. And I don't even know what I've really learned anymore. I just kind of completely wiped it out of my head. It was the same stuff, kind of like Christopher Columbus founded America, which that's up for debate because some people said there were already people there. But it was stuff like that. I mean, I feel like most of what I've learned in high school, or even just school in general, was just complete crap. I don't even remember most of it. Because I was just really trying to get by. I pretty much did memorization instead of actually learning the material, which kind of sucks. I mean, there were a couple assignments that were kind of interesting. I remember this was right before the pandemic. We read the book, The Crucible, which was basically about the Salem witch trials and stuff like that. Some of those books were a little interesting, but most of the lessons I learned I just were and I was a very temperamental kid. I threw meltdowns all the time. And it was part of my disability and it was part of my autism. But man, looking back at it now, I've seen some of my Facebook posts that some of the people that I know have posted, my parents and stuff like that. I was like, man, I was a really annoying kid to put up with. I was really temperamental because of my disability. So yeah, most people didn't understand that. And I was the one who was throwing chairs.
Oh my god, a chair!
I was throwing chairs, and I knew almost every cuss word by the age of 4th grade. It was really bad. And it's kind of funny looking back on it now because I'm not like that anymore at all. I am way more chill now. So yeah, I was very temperamental when I was younger. And another thing I kind of wanted to talk about is the types of groups that were in high school. Now, there are a lot of YouTube videos that do talk about this. One Cloud 9 has some good videos about that. But honestly, I really didn't fit into any of the groups. I was just kind of my own thing. I was kind of an NPC, as people would say. I really just kind of did my own thing. Mainly in high school, that was really the case. I wasn't a popular kid at all. I mean, I knew a couple popular kids. Most of them were just complete jerks, and, I've known a couple that were complete jerks. I think people just assumed they were popular because everyone knew them. So it's kind of that type of thing. There were, the nerds, and I was a little bit of a nerd, to be honest. There was the nerds, there was the popular kids, and the athletes. Something about the athletes, they really had big egos. It's kind of crazy because, I always kind of thought to myself back then, okay, humble yourself. You are literally in high school football. There's no reason to be this egotistical. I mean, I didn't say that to anybody. That's what I've always thought. And, every time they would have, an award or something, some of, the higher-ups, nominate people for, best player and stuff like that. That type of thing, awards. And I don't know, it seems a little suspicious because, a lot of the time, a lot of the higher-ups had a father who worked there and then nominated his son all the time. So it just seemed a little bit rigged. But yeah, people were just having really high egos. And I mean, I don't have a high ego at all. really have a low ego to be honest. Like, I have really low self-esteem. So it's a little interesting, but yeah, so I didn't really fit into any part of high school groups. Like, I kind of was just my own thing. And another thing is school lunches. Now, I have been seeing, or for a while, school lunches that look atrocious at most of these schools. Honestly, we kind of got the chill part of it. Like, I mean, we did get like the standard stuff, like the square pizzas and like the Bosco sticks, which, oh my god, if I can get Bosco sticks again, I would definitely try it on a YouTube short or something, because I really liked those when I was younger. Like, I actually kind of liked them a little bit better than the pizzas. Like, everyone talks about like the pizzas and stuff like that, and like the chocolate milk. But I remember I really liked the chocolate milk too. Like, I actually, when I went to OTC back in 2023, they had chocolate milk there, so I would just get that all the time. But just the chocolate milk and the square pizza thing hit different. Like, I don't know why. I mean, it's also maybe that the taste buds have changed too. But there's also the ice cream cups that would have that really tiny wooden spoon. And, like, I could taste the wood in the wood right now. Like, it was a good day when you would get that. But honestly, the school food was actually not that bad where we live. Like, the school district that I was a part of actually did pretty good with like school lunches and stuff. Like, we would have like chips and like ice cream sandwiches, but most of it was before like that whole Michelle Obama thing. I mean, we would still have chips and stuff like that, but it would be like the 50% like diet chips kinda. And yeah, so school lunches were very interesting in that way. It's just because, like, I remember there's this one kid who would steal stuff all the time. Like, I mean, I think nowadays they have like a better like system to where people don't steal stuff. But yeah, the school lunches were kind of interesting, and I kind of missed that part of it. Like, if there is a school thing that I do miss, it is the food and stuff like that, because I kind of want to maybe do a video of that in the future to maybe see if I can get like recipes of those food. But yeah, this is a little bit not safe for work, but I do want to talk about it. I'm going to be talking about birds and the bees. Now, I don't want to say the actual 3-letter word because like YouTube will strike me down. So basically, I never did it, and I never had a relationship in the entire elementary, middle school, or high school ever. And the reason why I didn't really have a relationship is because I was temperamental, so I don't know if anyone really wanted to date me. And also, like, the majority of high school relationships don't last. And I know some people don't like to admit that, but they really don't. Like, I mean, I know a couple of my friends who are still dating to this day, but it's super rare that they last that long. They really can be complicated because, like, the mood swings of like teenagers and hormones and stuff like that. Like, it's really hard to maintain a relationship like that. And I never did birds and the bees. Like, I really never did. I understood why people were kind of like that because like the hormones would be going like crazy. And yeah, I just never had a relationship. I actually don't mind that I didn't do that because like I would be heartbroken more than I was already, you know. But also, I do want to say, please use protection. I have heard so many stories, now I don't know if all of them are true, but I heard so many stories in high school saying that people got pregnant very young and they're gonna have to raise a kid. Just please use protection if you're gonna do it. And also consent, make sure consent is there, because I know some crazy stuff, like, that I probably shouldn't know about other people, that you gotta have consent and you gotta use protection. Like, just please do that. So, sorry, I kinda wanted to make a PSA there, but the elephant in the room, COVID. So, COVID struck everyone hard. But the thing is, though, is that, like, it really kind of, like, didn't change much for me because I was already on and off on virtual learning and stuff like that. Like, because, like, depression and anxiety were so bad in 7th grade that, like, I really was just online most of the time. So it really didn't change that much for me when everything shut down. What really sucked is that I couldn't see most of my friends. Like, as much as I did it, I really hated virtual school. But it's kind of different back then because, like, back then we thought we were gonna maybe come back after like 2 weeks, and then we never did. I actually never used Zoom the entire time. Like, I was already kind of doing my own thing, so I didn't really, like, I never really experienced, like, doing Zoom classes and stuff. Like, I mean, I've done it a couple times in the past, like, few years with my college program. The reason why this was interesting, though, is because some people were doing so bad with their grades, or also with COVID, that they froze people's grades. And I love my brother, but he was really struggling with it. Like, he actually broke his computer in rage with how much he hated virtual school. And my mom said if they didn't freeze the grades, he wouldn't have passed. So it's kind of crazy, but I don't miss that time at all. I can't believe that some Gen Alpha people miss COVID era, like quarantine era. I hate it. Like, I don't know why people miss it, but I think the worst person that got it the worst was my sister. She got it really bad with COVID. Like, she got all of her stuff canceled. Like, she was gonna do a play of The Lost Boy or whatever that was called. She was gonna do a whole bunch of stuff, and her college thing really didn't do that great because they limited the amount of people for each dorm room. So she kind of got the rough end of it. But honestly, it didn't really change much for me. I just hated it. But COVID actually helped me not drop out of high school. I almost was about to and take my GED, but then COVID happened. So that's like the few things that COVID actually did that helped me, that it deterred me from dropping out. So graduation, I was happy. Like the whole week that I did a whole grad week documentary. I think it was 4 years ago now. It's a little dated in like editing standards, but I would recommend watching it because it really showed like an insight on like how excited I was for being the end of school. Like, I really was glad that I didn't have to do the schoolwork anymore. I'm glad I didn't have to wake up at 6 a.m. anymore. And I went to like Sodar City in the tracks. And there has been some part of me that wants to remake that video, but I've graduated in high school. It's been almost 5 years at this point. So I don't know if that would make sense. Yeah, so overall, school was kind of weird. So yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. I kind of wanted to make this video in terms of like the timely kind of like thing for like school starting and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace.